Some kick-ass Mega Man X intro music. Right into game music. Game audio check complete. Mic check complete. I just gotta transition over and get started. Hold up a second. I can get my keyboard ready because people are already talking to me and I just logged in. And transition. There we go. Alright, so we finished the tank and white mage role quests today in the last two streams, and now we're going straight into magical DPS, and then we'll finish strong with physical DPS, which is my forte. Which doesn't mean I'm going to do any better, by the way. I still suck at this game, but you know, I'll probably do a lot better than as a tank and a white mage, that's for sure. Or I could do a lot worse, I don't know. We're about to find out, though. Where are we going? Black mage, there we go. Double check my wardrobe settings. Okay. Hollow Pursuits. That should be it. Sarig, Mr. Bowmaster person. Hollow Pursuits. There's a black mage from the Warrior of Darkness's party. Ardbert's posse, I guess. What up, dude? I'll probably remove the hat after this. I just like keeping it for the intros. I don't know why. Let me guess. You're standing in front of Sarig, bounty hunter non-perial, because you've a mind to aid me in felling the dread of Phronesis. Do I have the right of it, or do I have the right of it? From what's this? I sacrificed my right eye for more power. Because that's what black mages do. No, it's just a hat. They do that. They did used to do that. That's in the lore. Eli taught me that. I didn't actually know. I gotta look up more lore for this game. Anyway, if I didn't know better, I could have sworn you just suggested that you're unfamiliar with Phronesis. But that couldn't be. No sinner worth his salt could be so ignorant. Allow me to elaborate. Phronesis isn't just your run-of-the-mill stray sin-eater. He's one of the nastiest the realm has seen, formed from the remains of one of those gods-damned warriors of light. There are 4 of them, all told. Crawled up from the bowels of the deepest hell after being buried for nigh on a century. If the tales are true... Actually, that was part of the same sentence. If the tales are true. People have come to call them the cardinal virtues. We've heard this story a billion times already. Oh, twice, but still. 3 if you count when they introduced all the role quests, but before he was transformed into a sin-eater, Phronesis was none other than Archmagus Nilebert, whose baleful magics were feared the realm over. Now, it's only been a few short years since he first showed up in Amaring. He's already preyed on far too many innocents with his foul sorcery. Not keen on seeing their trade routes disrupted, the local merchants have placed a healthy bounty on his head. Of course, I'd like nothing more than to fell the fiend single-handed and claim the entire bounty for myself. Unfortunately, circumstances have dictated that I recruit a companion. That's where you come in. Provided that you can prove to me that you possess the rather, specialized set of skills that I require. I promise I'll make it worth your while. Not a bad offer, wouldn't you say? If you fancy yourself up to the task, come find me in Amaring. I mean to set off for there shortly. Damn. Friends got chatty as I got into the... What the fuck? Why does the chat log freeze up? I can't even expand it right now because I'm on stream. And it keeps happening. I'm gonna have to read this backwards. Being made fun of for saying streaming instead of streaming. Alright, let's get going. So, where the hell are we supposed to go? Amarane, or two. Off we go. I have the power. How much I remember of Black Mage. I leveled it up before White Mage, so it's less fresh on my mind than White Mage was. Ay, ay, ay. A little rough, don't you think? I still have Resident Evil 4 on my mind for some reason. Kind of random. I don't know why Luis Serra came to mind. What was his intro? His self-proclaimed intro? He says... something about being a cop in Madrid who is also quite a ladies' man. That's what he says. So you came. It's good to see someone who isn't all talk. As fortune would have it, another Sin Eater, far less imposing specimen than Phronesis, of course, has been sighted just to the west of here. Prove to me you have the skill to back up your words and we'll talk further. Well, at least I'm not dealing with a drunkard. I like how the bike kind of rocks left and right when it's flying. Cute giant cactus. You're not so cute. You need to die. I mean, I don't need it, but, you know, fuck it. It's coming back to me slowly. The rotation and everything. Good show, friend. I wasn't sure what to expect from you, but seeing you in battle has left me with little doubt. Seems I found myself a formidable ally. And so, I'll extend the offer in earnest. Help me hunt down Phronesis and we'll split the bounty down the middle. Well, what do you say? That's the spirit! Now there's more you should know before we proceed. Come with me to Mord Souk, my base of operations, and I'll fill you in on the details. That is a nice bow you got. Can I have it? I want it. I want the bow. Fuck. Something in my left eye. May or may not get itchy. Probably an eyelash. An eyelash without the voice crack. Oh. Welcome to Mord Souk, friend. As you can see, it's a bustling trading post frequented by merchants from across the realm. I just remembered something funny that wasn't related to this, that's why I left. At least it was before Phronesis showed up and started preying on unwitting travelers. Hence the bounty, you see. The lucrative reward has attracted the attention of one capable bounty hunter after the next, yet the fiend still roams free. You can probably imagine why. Those few who have seen Phronesis and returned to tell the tales speak of the great horrors they witnessed. Cavernous black holes materializing out of thin air, swallowing everything around them into the abyss. People have taken to calling them the Hollows. Rumor has it that one barely has time to lay eyes on Phronesis before he summons forth the Hollows, which proceed to consume everything in sight. So it's basically a gravity spell? Like a black hole? And I do mean everything. Just the other day, an entire caravan was devoured by the Hollows, leaving only nothingness behind. Mages have postulated that these holes are literally tears in the fabric of our reality, gateways to other worlds, to put it another way. At any rate, suffice to say that the next man to come back from the void will be the first. I may have experience with that. Crystal Tower series, World of Darkness. I came back from the void, but you don't know that. And yet there's something odd about it all. Witnesses say that Phronesis doesn't seem to go out of his way to prey on people or settlements. He simply shambles across the waste, summoning hollows one after the next. And the destruction follows as a matter of course. Needless to say, drawing too near to the fiend is tantamount to suicide. Even attacks from afar have been all but futile, as Phronesis simply summons the hollows to consume every incoming arrow. With every conceivable means of attack foiled, even the most savvy bounty hunters have all but thrown up their hands, even though the bounty now stands at some 9 or 10-fold the original amount. I'm of a different mind, however. The way I see it, if only there were a way to neutralize the hollows, we'd more than stand a chance against Phronesis himself. This is why I require your services. Your easy triumph over the Sin Eater spoke clear. You're a mage of no common skill. If anyone has the arcane knowledge and aptitude to help me figure out a way to defend against the hollows, it's you. Maybe. Hasn't been going well so far with other role quests, but don't worry, I fully intend to shoulder my share of the burden. So I plan to gather all the information we need before asking you to put yourself in harm's way. And with that, I'd best get to work. Once I've formulated a proper plan of attack, we'll talk again. Until then, I suggest you continue to hone your casting skills. The battle that awaits us will not be an easy one. Alright. Done with the roleplay with the hat. Let's do this. A voice from the void. Ah, there you are, and your timing couldn't be better. As luck would have it, a little bird told me that Phronesis was sighted in the vicinity not too long ago. Not long ago. Don't you worry. I have no intention of rushing in like a fool. My plan is to shadow the Sin Eater from afar, that we might observe the hollows with our own eyes and formulate a suitable plan of attack. To that end, I procured this mannequin here from a merchant acquaintance of mine at the Crystarium. By setting it on Phronesis' trail, I mean to gauge just how wide of a berth we must keep from the fiend so as not to be sucked up into the void. Shed no tears for the little fellow, friend. His sacrifice will be the key to our success. And yet, as you can see, he's not quite in the best state of repair. Pray lend me a hand in procuring what we need to get him back on his feet. There's a bit of lag there, or something. You're a lifesaver, friend. I just spotted nasty-looking sand-skinned Sibylle lurking about the east of here, and I do believe one of their tendons should serve well to put some spring back in the little fellow's step. Snag one for me and I'll see to the repairs. Sure. It's like the desert version of Curthus. Instead of snow, it's all sun and dry desert. Oh, these things. Oh. Don't hit me. Wait. Okay. So you can probably stand in it, but you're not supposed to look at him. That's probably the deal there. Either way, I gotta start that over because I don't got shit. There we go. It's coming back to me. Slowly. This was a fun class to level up on. White Mage was fun because it was intense keeping people alive, especially when they were new to the duty, whether it was a trial or a dungeon. Lots of responsibility, but that's also what made it an adrenaline rush. This one, it's fun because of the time management. It's really engaging. You have to think quick on your feet, all while trying to avoid AoEs and stuff. It's nice. And I like funding that tendon. For my part, I've acquired something that should serve as a makeshift gear. Cost me an arm and a leg, but hey, if it helps us claim that bounty in the end, it'll be more than worth it. Here's a Sibyllus tendon. Take it. Perfect! Yes, I reckon this is durable and elastic enough to replace a mannequin's snap drag belt. I'll fetch my toolbox and get started straight away. In the meantime, why don't you scout us out a suitable lookout point? Phronesis was last sighted just southeast of town. Try to find us a spot on higher ground, out of sight from the main thoroughfare. Oh, you got it. Whoa! I said whoa! Oh there, friend. As you can see, our clockwork friend is back in tip-top shape. Sorry, someone's talking to me in shit. Like Coven. Oh there, friend! As you can see, our clockwork friend is back in tip-top shape. And since it appears you found us the perfect lookout spot, why don't we get down to work? I'll kindle us a fire. We might be here for a while. It's a fancy little robot. I mean, it looks very makeshift, but whatever. Well, I'll be. There's the bastard. What you talking about, Willis? That was a look on his face. I have an eyeball on my chest. Look closely now and hold your gaze. You must witness the sheer horror with your own two eyes. Wait, why'd he do it? There's no one here. No, we mustn't send out the mannequin too soon. If Phronesis sees it, he may very well blast it to bits before it has a chance to investigate the hollows. Are you just gonna leave it there? And there he goes. I'll send the mannequin in to trail him. Let's sit back and enjoy the show. Kind of test the range on this thing, right? Looks like that's it right there. A couple meters, maybe? just as I expected. Gone without a trace. Shed no tears for our little friend. Though through his sacrifice, we now know just how much distance we must keep from the hollows to avoid being sucked into the void. Now it's our turn. Let's edge a bit closer and see what we can observe. Mind you, take care not to wander too close, unless you fancy a vacation to a dark, shadowy abyss. It's as if a shadowy whirlwind rages inside, ready to suck anything and everything into the void. I've seen many a horrific sight in my day, but this sends a shiver up the spine. Let me out. It's so dark in here. Oh god. This suddenly became a horror game plot. Hmm? Why the pale face, friend? You look as if you've seen a ghost. You didn't hear that shit? A voice, you said? From inside the hollow? But that's impossible. Is anyone out there? Please, help me. Help me get out of here. Over here. If they respond. Was that a voice? Is someone out there? If you can hear me, please. You must help me. I can't see anything. No road, no trees. Not even an ether current to follow. Which way do I go? How do I get out of this place? This voice. What in God's name is it saying? The voice of a boy, you say? Claims he's lost inside with no ether current to follow? Sounds like he's adrift in the flow, not unlike what would happen if an etherite to which one was wait, what the fuck? I got dyslexic for a minute. Not unlike what would happen if an etherite to which one was teleporting was destroyed in mid-journey. There. Wow, that's some scary shit, actually. Damn. Wait a minute. What if there were some way you could channel your ether into the void? Might that not allow your etheric form to serve as a beacon of sorts to guide the child back to us? Of course, not that I know how we'd go about that. I'm a black mage, I'll figure it out. Hmm? You reckon you could do just that? I won't even think of asking how. Do your damnedest. Watch me work. Wicked White! I knew you were no ordinary sinner, but even still, you find ways to surprise me. Well, that was easy. Where am I? Emaciated. Dude needs food. Well, I'll be damned. There was a child inside. Our little expedition has left us with more questions than answers, eh? But for now, this boy needs our care. Let us carry him back to Mordsuk and find him a warm bed and some nourishment. Thanks, Eli. A warm bed and some nourishment. This motherfucker. The boy's resting now. He's weak but not wounded. At least as far as I can tell. Needless to say, his presence raises questions. Are there others trapped on the other side of the hollows? If so, might they also be returned to our world alive? Sure. Maybe. Sort of. There is much we must ask him when he awakes. On another subject, might be an odd question, but have you ever looked after a child before? Have I ever looked after a child before? Oh. As a matter of fact, actually, you don't say. In that case, he's all yours. I'm jesting, friend. I can't very well tie you down here forever. Worry not, I'll manage somehow. I suppose the first order of the day should be to get some food in his belly. He does look terribly pale, after all. Methinks I'll go hunting for some meat. No. Perhaps I should take him to a physician first. After all, he may be suffering from some ailment inscrutable to the eye. Maybe I should... Damn it all! I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Like, I'm not a fucking caretaker. Now, that thing about implying that I have taken care of a child, I'm trying to remember if it's a reference to maybe Reen, Menphilia, the main scenario quest, or if it's referencing... Maybe it's like a lighthearted jab at like Alfie Toad or something. I don't know. It's like, what kind of child? No, because he's too old. He's a teenager. It doesn't really count as a child. Yeah. Maybe I probably should have just said no. I've never taken care of a child because I really don't. Whatever. Ah. So it's this. Then this. And this. I'll play once for okay. Okay, so this. I don't want to push ley lines because I don't want to use them right now. But echoes of the past. Ah, there you are. You'll be happy to know that the boy is awake and seems to be no worse for the wear. Physically speaking, at least. There's just one rub, you see. He has no recollection of where he came from, or just how he managed to get swallowed up into the void. This... Valencia, I know you're watching, man. Despair. I should bring a pair on stream and just be like, this pair. Oh my god. That is such a dad joke, man. In fact, other than his own name, Tainer, he can't remember much of anything at all. He seems a good lad, mind you. Eats my half-assed cooking with a smile and nary a word of complaint. Yet I reckon he's hurting inside and badly. We must reunite him with his parents with all due speed. Anyway, I suggested that he go for a stroll around Mord's Souk in the hopes that the sights might help to jog his memories. He can't have wandered far. Why don't you go check up on him? Shit, that's the wrong. Do not tell me. You are the one who rescued me from the flow, yes? I feel from you the same warmth that reached out to me when I was adrift in the ether. Yes, me. Well, I'll be damned. The boy's a sharp one. And that's not the least of it. The carer who examined him said they could feel great power welling up from within him. Despite his young age, Tainer here seems to possess a remarkable command of the magical arts. He looks familiar. Perhaps I do, and yet I cannot say. Try as I might, I can recall nothing of who I am, or where I came from. Only the darkness. No need for apologies, boy. Excuse me. You did well just to make it back to us. Speaking of which, can you remember anything at all of what you felt when you were adrift in the void? That I remember. Or at least I think I do. I recall a vague sensation of someone passing alongside me. Indeed, I believe this is what roused me from my slumber. If the Hollows truly are a gate between worlds, that would mean that... Excuse me. Someone recently traveled from ours to another. Or from another to ours. But that's not possible. Or is it? I mean... You'd be surprised. Some weird shit happens, man. You know something I don't, friend? Worry not, I won't pry for details. Ah, well. No sense racking our brains over matters beyond our comprehension. Let's concentrate on what we can do. Namely, finding the boy here at home. No doubt his memories will come back to him in due time. Xbox right there. Checking something visually. You'd truly do that? For me? But the two of you have already saved my life. Couldn't possibly burden you any further. It's no burden at all. Besides, if we can figure out just who you are, and where you came from, it just might lead us to the answers we seek. Now, let's consider the options. One possibility is that you're an orphan, all alone in this world, with not a soul to care for or look after you. And yet this seems unlikely. Yes, the mystical powers you possess say otherwise. If you are truly as skilled in magic as they say, then it stands to reason that someone trained you in the art. Who this master of yours is, and whether you are of their blood or simply received their tutelage, this I cannot say. Either way, I'm certain they're worried sick about you. Now it could be tutelage or tutelage, I think. But I don't know. If that truly is so, I would very much like to meet this person too. That settles it then. Let's get down to business. I took the liberty of inquiring around Mord Sook and the Crystarium. Unfortunately, there have been no reports of missing persons matching Tainer's description, which means that we have no choice but to take our search elsewhere. I know of a merchant in town whose travels often take him far afield. Let us have a talk with him and see if he's heard any helpful rumors. Anyway. Where the hell am I going? I'm zigzagging for no reason. Impressive how Tainer's managed to keep himself together, eh? The boy's mature beyond his years, no doubt. The two of you are far too kind. I cannot thank you enough. Rumors of a missing boy, you said? Funny that you ask. It's a long shot, I reckon, but I overheard something the other day that might be of use. On my way to Mordsuk, I stopped over at the inn at Journey's Head. There I met an ailing mage. As the carriers told it, he'd been ambushed by a sin-eater and was separated from his child in the battle. Bloody hells. Could it be? If the sin-eater that attacked the poor man was Phronesis, that would explain everything. This man you speak of, he could be my father? We must go to him at once. Agreed. I only hope that the man is... No, there's no point in presuming the worst. Let us make for the inn and see what the carriers there can tell us. Chum. That damn triple triad music is stuck in my head right now. I didn't even play it, I don't know why. Oh there. I hear there's a mage in your care who's lost his boy. Well, I do believe we have him right here. This guy's assuming shit way too much. Like, way too quickly. I fear there must be some mistake. The boy in question has already been found. This is him. Right here. Yeah. Somebody jumped to conclusions way too quick. What? So it wasn't my father after all? This boy with you, he too has been separated from his family? Just so. We heard that a man here was looking for his son, and we just hoped. Alas, it seems it wasn't meant to be. He has purple eyes. But there are many people here, yes? Might I ask around and see if any of the others are my family? But of course. Yet many of the people here are quite ill, and in many cases in considerable pain. It's not a place for a young child to walk around unattended. Indeed, it's not. Guess that means either myself or Leon here should accompany him. I'll go with him. The walk might help me, take my mind off things. Not a bad idea if the lad doesn't mind. I reckon Tainer would rather be with someone of his own age. How nice. Take his mind off things? Speaking of which, how's the boy's father holding up? I fear the poor man has already departed on his journey. He is a man no longer. Shit. He fucking turned. The child insisted upon staying by his father's side until the last. I permitted this out of respect for him, though part of me regrets the choice. None so young should suffer such horrors. It was some small solace to learn that he has living relatives who reside at the Crystarium. In fact, I was just making preparations to escort him there myself. I see. Reckon we should also find someone to look after Tainer as well. Don't get me wrong, friend. I haven't given up on the prospect of finding the boy's family. But we have no other leads and a deadly sin-eater still on the loose. If the lad tags along with us every step of the way, he's far more likely to end up dead or worse than to ever reunite with his family. Here's what I propose. We find someone to watch after Tainer for the time being, get back on the hunt, and gather whatever clues we can about his origins along the way. Very well, but we must see that he is safe. I can't think of a better idea. Aye, that goes without saying. Let us have a talk with the proprietor of the Wandering Stairs. He's a kindly enough chap and knows damn near everyone in these parts. With any luck, he'll be able to direct us to a willing and able guardian. Look, I don't like this any more than you do, but it's the best we can do for the boy given our circumstances. At any rate, let's find him and share the news. Don't worry, it's my decision and I intend to take responsibility for it. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. The hell happened? Bad news, friend. Seems the two young ones got into a quarrel of sorts, and Tainer's up and run away. Oh, for fuck's sake. They were alone together for 2 seconds and they fought? Seems the lad mentioned how he'd come out from one of the hollows. The other boy put 2 and 2 together and figured he'd been attacked by a Sin Eater. So he got scared that he might transform, right? Then I said, my dad was attacked by a Sin Eater, and then he turned into one himself. So I asked, what if you turn into a Sin Eater too? Tainer's face went all white. He kept saying, what do you mean? What do you mean? Over and over again. Like, over and over and over again. I couldn't take it anymore. Before I knew it, I was shouting at him. Shut up! Just shut up! I bet you're turning into a Sin Eater already! Why? Why did I say such a mean and nasty thing? Oh, I see. He lost control of himself. And doesn't realize why. I might have had something to do with Tainer. Don't be so hard on yourself, lad. Both of you have had a rough go of it these past few days. Nobody could blame either one of you for feeling a bit on edge. But we must hurry and find Tainer before he comes to harm. Let's split up. I'll search to the west, and you take to the east. Be careful out there. I said you take to the east, not to the east. I added a word there. So much for going back to the Crystarium. Yeah, it's probably not the best time to do this, but... Probably not the best time to be doing this, but, I wanted to change... No, what's in system then? I think. Oh, it probably is hotbars then. Oops. Oopsie. Should be a slider. I'm looking for a slider that decreases the amount of time it takes to switch to the... There it is, I think. This one, WXHB input timer. Yes, I want to put this back to its default of 25 seconds. So it's like how fast you have to push that, because I've done it pretty slow and accidentally gone to the hotbar this one, and I just wanted to like do this basically. Huh. Alright, anyway. Sorry for that little detour. Of course we're under attack. AoE combo. So it's this. And then for good measure, Thunder 4. Man. To hit all of them. I lost, yeah, that took too damn long. Well, now I'm screwed. No blizzard for you. That means I just get to do this. I need to wait for Enochian to restore, so... Or however you pronounce it. I totally forgot the AoE combo. Okay, I got it again, so now I can do this. And then... this, and I lost the fucking... Yeah, this is rough. I totally lost my touch with this. Oh well. Guess I'll just have to pick them off one at a time then. I remember the single target combo more than I remember the AoE one, basically. When I heard the clamor of battle, I feared the worst, but I see that you have everything under control. Are you okay, lad? Forgive me. I don't deserve this kindness. It's nothing, man. I was just so scared. I was worried about what would become of me if I never recovered my memories, and then I started thinking, what if I ended up like that boy's father? What if it's already happening to me? That's one matter you needn't worry yourself with. The carer who examined you told me as much. You suffered no direct wounds. You're in no more danger of turning into a sin eater than Leon or me. Wow. I won't go into that. Is that so? That's good to hear. But I must apologize to that boy. I should have known better than to badger him about such things. Especially after what happened to his father. Ooh. Funny thing, that he was saying the same thing about you. You both have good hearts, lad, and you've been through more than any man should. There's no need to be ashamed about your feelings. There is still so much I do not understand about this world. Why does no one here know of me? Am I doomed to be alone for the rest of my days? Why? Why must it be this way? If only I could remember something. Anything. I'm sick of not knowing who I am. I'm sick of being alone. It's almost like ask and you shall receive, I guess, right? Now it's your turn, Tainer. And do not be disheartened by your last attempt. Even the greatest of mages have known failure. Your command of magic is the equal of my own. If I can succeed, there is no reason why you cannot. Free your mind of worry and focus. Thank you, Malbert. I shall try my best. Oh shit! They're related. Well, there's a revelation. Wicked White! Are you alright, Leon? Well, yeah. Sort of. I love Leon's line from Resident Evil 4. I remember now. I was standing here on these blighted plains, my head hung low in shame. Then Nilebert turned to me with a smile and heartening words. Nilebert. Why does the name sound so familiar? I reckon we've much to discuss, but not in this godforsaken place. Let's head back to the inn and see if we can get to the bottom of this. If we can't get to the bottom of this. Fuck! Right as the cutscene ends. Yeah, I've done this before. I might even turn on my ceiling fan real quick too, because it's getting warm in here. Oh. One second. There we go. I do hope he'll forgive me. I think he will. We have much to discuss, but first we should let the two boys make their peace. Tainer! Not a sneeze, just a little burp. Are you alright? I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said those nasty things. Forgive me for reacting as I did. I'm fine. In fact, I seem to have recovered some of my memories. Strangely, at the same time that I recovered them for you. I don't think I remember relaying them to you either. Really? That's wonderful. Maybe you won't feel so scared and alone anymore. Unless Leon told him and I just wasn't paying attention enough. I'm leaving to go live in the Crystarium with my relatives. Promise me you'll come visit? I mean, after you get your memories back and all, of course. It's a promise. Until next time, my friend. That's what that wave just looks silly. It's like so exaggerated. Like, it's the kind of wave you do when you're far away, not like up close. I knew that you two would work things out. Now let us return to Mordsuk. We have more than our share of questions that need answering. I cannot help but feel I also made a promise to that boy in my memories. Nilebert, was it? Yeah, and he's like way older than you now, and you're like still the same age. What the hell? As I saw it, first you fainted all of a sudden. When you came to, a portion of Tainer's memories had returned. What in the world happened out there? Okay, so he did remember without Leon saying shit. Power to look into the past, eh? And you're certain that what Leon described matches up with your recollection of the past? I don't know how to break this to you, lad, but Your friend Nilebert that was with you that day? He's no ordinary boy. He's none other than the very man who became Phronesis, one of these God's damned warriors of light. If he was just a young child in your memories, that means that what you saw took place over 100 years ago. Would that it were just a coincidence, another boy with the same name. But no, judging from the formidable command of magic, we can only assume it was him. On the way back, I managed to recall some more. About Nilebert and myself. We were taken in by a group of mages. A consortium of sorts. A coven. They were searching for a means to open a hole to another world and were recruiting young children with high magical aptitude for the task. Nilebert and myself were the two they chose. You can't be serious. And yet, that would explain the Sin Eater's ability to summon those damned hollows. And if you possess the same knowledge and training as Nilebert did, it could also explain why you were able to survive in there all that time. But what I don't understand is, why haven't you aged at all? I cannot say for sure, and yet my memories, they are slowly coming back to me. In time, I may be able to help you find a way to close the hollows. You'd be a lifesaver if you could, but don't overburden yourself, you're still recovering after all. In the meantime, don't worry, Leon and I will see that you're safe. It's like, wait a minute. You dragging me into this? It's supposed to be a bounty hunt. I thought Tainer was just a victim of the Sin Eater. I think he was actually friends with the man himself. Back when he was still a man. This can't be simple coincidence. Yes, I'm convinced of it now. The child holds the key to defeating Phronesis. We must keep him safe and not let him out of our sights. Besides, look at how hard he's trying to recover his memories. I'm not so heartless as to kick the poor lad aside before he's figured matters out. But we can't very well rush things. You and I will continue to prepare for the battle ahead, while waiting for the rest of Tainer's memories to come back to him. In other words, go grind for 2 levels? That is to say, if it's alright with you, lad? I'm so sorry. I couldn't possibly burden you any further. Look, lad, I've only known you a short while, but I can tell you have a good heart and a good head on your shoulders. I can only begin to imagine the horrors you've been through, not to mention the fears and uncertainty you face even now. But I want you to promise me this. No more apologies. You're no burden to us, not in the least. You're a valuable member of our band, and as long as you're willing, I want you with us. Isn't that right, Leon? Yeah, what he said. Let's go with that. I see. Thank you, Serig. Thank you, Leon. I will aid your quest in whatever way I can. Now, that's more like it. We're counting on you, lad. You and Serig have shown me no end of kindness. I will do all in my power to recover my memories and return the favor in whatever way I can. Nilebert's Lament. Good news, friend! Tainer here has told me that his memories are starting to come back to him. There's one recollection in particular he says he's eager to discuss with the two of us. Tell us, lad. What is it? As time goes by, my memories of my earlier days return to me piece by piece. Nilebert and I were born to members of a great consortium of mages. From our earliest years, we were tutored in the magical arts by some of the realm's greatest scholars. The consortium's leaders sought to find a way to open a hole in time and space, a portal to other worlds from which they could summon forth beasts of great power, the Void. Nilebert and I were chosen to participate in the research. Summoning great beasts from beyond our world? You're a mage, Leon. Is that even possible? Yeah, perhaps he speaks of Voidsent, like I was just saying. Voidsent? Never heard of them, but I'll take that answer as yes. Mages come up with the damnedest ideas, eh? And yet, I don't understand. Why ever would they use 2 young boys for such a dangerous experiment? The beasts our master sought to summon reside in the plains most distant from our own. Reaching across such a great distance requires a tremendous store of innate ethereal power. And so our masters set about to breed the perfect mage. Marriages were arranged to wed the mightiest members of the consortium to one another, in hopes that they would bring forth children of theretofore unheard of magical aptitude. Finally, they succeeded. And so you were born. And Nilbert. Indeed. From even before we could speak, we were taught the complex incantations required to breach the boundaries between worlds. We practiced these spells day after day, night after night, for what seemed an eternity. At long last, we were deemed ready to attempt the summoning. Sadly, the experiment ended in failure. The pull from beyond the rift was too strong to resist, and I was sucked into a hollow of my own creation. There I remained, trapped, alone and adrift in that empty void, until Leon called me back to this world. Alas, over a century had passed since that fateful day. Oh, I see. So Nilbert was trying to find a way to bring him back after he got lost, so he keeps making those holes in those black holes, the hollows, in the hopes of, well, bringing him back. And since he never managed to find a way to bring him back in his life, his Sin Eater is trying to carry on that will, I guess, of trying to bring him back by just making hollows over and over. That's the one thing I still don't understand. If so many years have truly passed, why is it that you have not aged even a whit? Well, because he was inside of the void. Maybe time works differently. I cannot say for certain, but I remember the words of one of my teachers. The rift is not unlike a border between countless worlds, a place that exists beyond time and space. If it is true that the rift exists outside of our concept of time, then it is all too possible that even seconds spent in that empty pocket could correspond to months, years, or decades in our world. And so you've returned to us just as you were that day, even while over a century has passed for the rest of us. It means he's older than all of us, including you. Technically. But why didn't Albert save you? Shouldn't it have been as simple as opening up another portal to the void where you were trapped? I fear that would be close to impossible. Opening the portal and reaching as far into the rift as we did required all of our energies to be focused in unison. So he couldn't do it alone. So in losing you, not only did Nilbert lose his friend, he lost his only chance at saving you. Talk about being dealt a rough hand. Fear not, I have good news to share as well. I do believe I've managed to recall the incantations needed to summon and manipulate the hollows. Summoning beasts from beyond the rift is far beyond my powers, but I just might be able to seal up the hollows Phronesis so enjoys summoning. What say you, friends? Shall I give it a try? That stoic nod, I knew it was coming. Oh ho! Now that's music to my ears. But let's not be too hasty. After all, the last time you tried to use this magic, there were some complications, to say the least. Yes, we must take the necessary precautions before confronting Phronesis in earnest. Let us meet outside the village where Tainer can test out his magic safe from harm. Excuse me. Checking my chat log. Ever wonder what the world looked like in those days before the flood? I suppose we could ask the boy. Before all that shit? Yeah. Shit, it's do or die time. Wicked White! You did it, lad! Sadly, I have not the strength to reach further beyond nor keep the portal open for more than a few minutes. No, I will need further training before I can face... Oh, he fucking found us! Phronesis! Where in the hell did that bastard come from? Damn it all, I'm too close! I can feel it pulling me in! Run, dude! Shit, he's done. No, Nalbert, these are my friends. You mustn't hurt them. That's not Nalbert anymore. Always at the worst times, huh? The timing. This isn't good. The cave-in's completely sealed off the tunnel behind us. We've no recourse but to press on without our companions. Ah, Lamet. You heard her. What'll it be? I suppose it falls to us to slay the beast and collect the bounty. Perhaps you and your band would care to take the lead? Ha! Spare me your japes. You've no intention of giving up your prize. Mind you, I too made a promise to my companions. A promise I mean to keep. Silva. Bah, I told you that splitting up was a bad idea. If Brandon and Renda Ray were here, this second-rate spellcaster would be no match for us. Now, Silva. Let's not forget who our true foe is here. Lamet, you're certain that if we slay this monstrosity, the cave-ins will cease? According to the miners, the beast was first sighted on the same day the tremors began. Its very presence sucking the mountain dry of its ether. Same shit. One's just, more aggressive, I suppose. We dwarves know these caves as well as we know our own bodies, trust me. And I suppose we'd best make short work of it before everything comes crashing down. Hey, where do you think you're going? My apologies. I took your ceaseless prattling as an invitation to proceed on my own. Pompous asshole. Think yourself clever, do you? You've uncommon confidence to think you can fell the beast without aid. Answer me this. Why is it you are so intent on claiming the bounty for your own? A bounty? Why indeed? At any rate, unless you've a mind to stand around here until we all get crushed, we'd best be moving on, yes? Finally, something we can agree on. And so I have a proposal. Let's say we band together until our battle here is won. The tremors grow stronger, no doubt a cave-in is imminent. Let us vanquish the enemy with our combined strength and quit this place before it becomes our tomb. Until the battle is won, then. After that, I go on my own way. Sure. I'm curious to see how this thing with Silva ends, since she wasn't part of their group afterwards. I like putting together the story like this. By doing all the role quests instead of just one of them. Your aid is most welcome, Albert. Let us make short work of the beast and take our leave of this place while we still can. Indeed. Ah. Alright, let's do this. What do we got? Falcon Fire 3, Blizzard 3, Thunder 3, Flare, Falling Star. There's a limit break. We're actually gonna get to use a limit break. Wow. They come! Norbert, we will draw our foe's attack! Alright. So then I stand back and do basically this. They're all single target though, aren't they? Shit. It would seem we're not the only ones stuck in here, eh? I have a bad feeling about this. Don't worry, we'll be fine. The leftmost one is mine. Silva, you take its friend on the right. Consider it done. How about you, fiends? Oh. Get them both. What's this? It leads deeper within. We really should have asked for a map. Not that it'd have been much use after all the cave-ins. Still, it would have maybe helped a little. Trudon. Well, aren't you a big boy? Boy, big boy! Take it! Be standing behind him. What the fuck am I doing? I keep forgetting magical DPS follows the same rules. Holy shit! Oh my god. I don't know what the hell just happened. Still think you could have managed on your own, mage? Perhaps it would have been more of a struggle than I expected. We almost fucking died. What are you talking about? Yes, and Ellison. That's him. He's the one who drinks of the mine's ether. He's a big boy, alright. Alright, let's put this oversized bull out to pasture. Silva, Lamet, and Albert, with me! My magics are yours, for now. I will take the front, the battle's on. Let's do it. Zoom out, because this is a big guy. First thing we do is a dot. That better not be like a fucking AoE without a marker or something. Having to join Arbor and flank. That's what I'm here for. Should probably put a dot on both of them, actually. Shit, I'm out of MP. More, damn it. I need more. Can I limit break this motherfucker? Or do I have to wait till a scripted moment? I'm guessing I do. That's a monka shake right there. Oh, fuck. I didn't realize. I was trying to read the damn log. See what they said. Got room for one more? No, I don't. Can't do math. I see your message, Eli. Okay, I'm trying to pay attention too much at once. Gotta calm down here. Oh, shit. Holy fuck! Strike with all your strength? I think that's my cue. Oh, fuck, that's right. Cast time. Fucking die! Oh my god, he's got 2%. Take this, you piece of shit! Oh my god. Can never really time those limit breaks well. But we made it. We've done it! Now to find ourselves a way out. The tremors continue? But why? The fiend has been vanquished and its ether returned to the mountain. We were wrong. No, it was not the creature itself that was causing the quakes. Ah, yes. The crystal courses with nigh inconceivable power. A vast wellspring of ether accumulated over the ages. Yes, the beast was but a hungry creature drawn here by the stone. As was I. You had no interest in the bounty all along. The stone has been left unchecked for too long. The sheer volume of ether it houses now is so vast and overwhelming it threatens to bring the entire mountain down. For how many years have I searched for it? This precious relic that could afford me the power needed to save my friend. I'm sensing a common theme here. See? That's in context right there. She's like, oh, he's like me. Looking for a way to save someone. Close to them. You mean to take the stone from this place? But then, what would happen to the mountain? If the ether is not returned to the earth, it is but a matter of time until the mine collapses. The miners, those who live at the foot of the mountain, countless lives will be lost. There's no time. What can we do? Tainer, my friend. Damn it all! Tremors have stopped. Tainer, pray forgive me. I promise you this. As long as I walk this earth, I shall never, never give up hope. The stone was yours to do with as you pleased, and still you chose the fate of many over that of your friend. In return for your sacrifice, I would make you an offer. Come with us, and let us join you in your search for a means to save your comrade. The life of an adventurer isn't an easy one, but I dare say you strike me as the sort who just might enjoy it. So, what say you? We'll travel the realm together and lend our strength to whatever unfortunate souls we encounter along the way. And who knows, before you know it, we just might stumble upon a way to rescue your retainer. I would like that very much. That ominous zooming again. Just like last time. What the fuck? What is the deal with this silver person? Man. So far, every role quest has gotten me close to fucking tears, man. Damn. Forgive me. I may have failed you today, but mark my words, for as long as I walk this land, I will not abandon hope. I will find a way to bring you back to us. But today I find myself in the company of new companions. For now, I must lend them my strength, just as they lent theirs to me. They all have some sort of past trauma they're overcoming. Or trying to. But they never did, so they have unfinished business. So their sin eaters are trying desperately to find closure. Leon? Are you alright? Yeah, sorry, that was the longest fucking flashback ever. I'm good though. Worry not, Dionysus is long gone. I launched a few arrows in its direction while I was distracted by Tainer's spell, and it just stole away. Anyhow, I'm just glad you're awake and on your feet again. Come now, let's hurry back to Mordsook before the bastard has a change of heart and comes back for us. I'm halfway there, I'll just fly. That is so out of context. Could it be that Albert came back for me? Well, I think his Sin Eater was desperately trying to do what he never did in his life that he wished he could have done, which was bring you back. You really gave us a scare back there, touching your head in pain with the deadly Sin Eater in plain sight. Let me guess, you had another one of your visions, didn't you? Yeah. It was tragic. Like always. So story, man. It's totally nothing. So much tragedy, loss. I love that shit in the story. ShadowBringers is great just for that. These role quests by themselves are amazing. White take me. So that's how Nilbert and Ardbert met up. Just goes to show you that in times of crisis, even the bitterest of rivals can turn fast friends. Now let's see if I have this straight. Nilbert made it his life's mission to save Tainer here. Knowing that his own energy wouldn't suffice, he went in search of a relic that would afford him the etheric power needed to reach beyond this world. And deep in the mines that day, he found it. Yet in the end, he decided to sacrifice the stone, and his own cause, to save the lives of the countless innocents who called the mountain home. So did he take his first step down the path of a hero, a warrior of light. So that's why he came back to this place. why he still summons the hollows as he did so many years ago. Aye, there can be no doubting it. Even now that he's become a Sin Eater, bereft of memory, reason, and any sense of his own actions, the ghastly shell of what was once Nilebert still haunts the wastelands, searching for a way to bring back his old friend. I mean, it worked. I only knew him as a child, and the whole idea of Sin Eaters and Warriors of Light, it was all so new to me. Even as the pieces came together, I could not truly believe that Nilebert and this Phronesis were one and the same. But when our gazes first met, standing out there in the wastes, in an instant I knew it without question. This was my friend. A friend who had been searching for me for all these years. At last I know what I must do. I must stop Phronesis, that my dear friend may finally find peace. Together we can do this. I couldn't read that right away, man. I was choking up. Shit. Thank you, my friends. In the battle, I was able to push Phronesis' hollow away from Serig, if only for a short distance. With more training, I'm certain I can learn to close them up entirely. After all we've already seen from you, I have no reason to doubt you. If you're game, so are we. Finally, some cause for hope, eh? But still, we must exercise caution. The last time the boy worked his magic, our foe showed up faster than you can say Phronesis. While this might be simple coincidence, the likelihood is high that the casting of the spell itself summoned the Sin Eater to us. You'd best avoid casting any similar incantations until we're prepared for the final confrontation. I want you to stay close for now. Devote yourself to your studies and hone your skills to whatever degree you can in the safety of the village. In the meantime, Leon and I will redouble our training efforts as well. Should we succeed in finding a way to counteract the hollows, it will come down to our firepower versus our foes. We must be at full strength for the battle, lest we allow victory to slip between our fingers. Okay. Back to more training for 2 more levels and then come back. I was just talking to Miss Serig when I had a thought. If Nilbert's regrets truly live on inside Phronesis, might I not be able to reach him somehow? To convince him to leave us in peace? I don't think it works that way when they're a Sin Eater. The words had barely left my mouth when he shot me a glare that pierced me like a dagger. Expect reason or mercy from a Sin Eater, and it will be the death of you, he said. Though it may have the form of a man, its mind is that of a beast that lives only to feed on our flesh. Well, it's almost like he was reaching out from behind the Sin Eater to warn you of that. That's pretty cool. It would seem I was a bit too idealistic. Clearly, I still have much to learn about this world. Tainer's training day. This is your training day! What? This is your training day! That's a Neighbors 2 reference. That look in your eyes. Yes, I can see that you have gained much strength since we last met. You'll be pleased to hear that Tainer has managed to make steady progress in his training as well. The boy believes he has regained much of the knowledge and skill he possessed before getting sucked into that pocket of time and space. An admirable feat, considering that it was not long ago that he could scarcely remember his own name. And yet, there is one aspect of his training that is yet to be addressed. Put simply, the boy lacks experience in battle. To work the magic necessary to seal up the hollows, I must maintain perfect focus and clarity of mind. If the battle with Phronesis is my first, I fear my concentration will be disrupted all too easily. And so I thought I'd take the boy out into the wilds, that he might acclimate himself to the battlefield and further hone his command of magic in the process. And yet we must keep a wide berth of Amarane. Were we to encounter Phronesis before we are fully prepared, the results could be disastrous. It's true. And so I propose that we go on an excursion of sorts. Would you be willing to accompany us? I believe there is much the boy could learn from your example. Excellent. Then let us make for Lake Lane. The beasts in the forest of the Lost Shepherd should provide a fair challenge for the lad. Not where I expected us to go, but okay. It works. This is your training day. You're not in the academy anymore, Private. Alright, I'll probably stop with that movie reference. A cheap-ass motherfucker, dude. I hold my wallet tight. Fucking had to do that shit. I can't believe how much money I have and I actually did that. I had to. There was no other way, man. There. Fuck, I can't fly here yet. I forgot. I wonder if the mic caught that shit. This outfit was a gift from Sari. Do you think it suits me? Wow. I guess you look more like a mage now, kid. Sure. Ah, there he is. Now, shall we get down to... Is something the matter? How do you like my new clothes, Leon? Not only are they stylish, why, I can just feel the power welling up from deep within me. They were a present from Sari. Isn't he the best? It was a simple investment, nothing more. We must seize every possible advantage if we hope to triumph over our foe. But enough idle chit-chat. We have work to do. Leon, I would ask you to begin by setting an example for the boy, showing him precisely how you conduct yourself in battle. Oh shit. I mean... I'll try. We can't very well just toss him to the Wolverines all on his own now, can we? So why don't you get out there and hunt one down for us? Painter, watch carefully and let Leon show you how it's done. It is an honor to learn from you, Leon. I promise I will not take my eyes off you for even a moment. Well, I'm only passing on knowledge that I got from someone else, kid. What I'm about to do, I learned from someone else. I still haven't mastered it yet, so I'm a little sloppy. Bear with me. If he were an aspiring archer, I'd gladly show him the ropes myself, but I fear I'm out of my league when it comes to magic. Go hunt down one of those Wolverines and show the boy how it's done. Alright. Can I bring honor to my master? We shall see. Holy shit, get away from me. Yes! Gotcha, bitch. Alright, now do this. And then this. And then flare. Oh. There we go. It came back to me. The only thing is... I still have to remember the AoE combo, which I think is... Freeze. Followed by... Enotion. And Thunder 4 for AoE. Then I guess just use Fire 3 at that point. To switch over to the Fire element and then go Fire 4 over and over. Kinda. Something like that. See, that one's still a little bit more hazy. Then use the spare and do what I did, which is go into that cycle of, what is it? Spare, then, Blizzard 3, 4, then Flare, then Blizzard 3, 4, Flare, something like that. I gotta remember it. I'll get it. I'll get it back. I'll get it back. It's been a little over half a week, so... That was incredible. The sheer destructive power of your spells, the way you seamlessly weaved one incantation after the next. Everything! But tell me, what would you say is the most important thing a mage should keep in mind when doing battle with a fearsome foe? I'm glad I was able to live up to what he's saying right now, because I probably would have died if my DPS was any lower. But, I learned from the best, kid. I learned from the best. Maybe I'll introduce you to her one day. Anyway, as for your question, what to do in front of a fearsome foe? Well, casting your spells in proper sequence is the key. Learned that one the hard way. Still trying to relearn it right now. Ah, but of course! Thank you, Leon. I will endeavor to put everything I have learned from you into practice. Well, here goes nothing. Go for it. The music. What? Where do I... No, that's not... Horses! Just stay still so I can hit you already. Steady now! Don't let the enemy fluster you. Keep your focus. Jesus, this is like when I was remembering how to be a black mage. Right. Focus. You're a feisty one, aren't you? Ow! That's smart. Gah! I've seen enough of this. He's interjecting. Feels bad, man. Yep. That was me during my training day. Except Sarek was a... Forgive me, friend. I was beginning to fear for the boy's dignity, if not his life. Yeah, that reminds me of my own black mage teacher. Oh dear. That didn't go nearly as well as I hoped. Don't get so down on yourself, lad. I shouldn't have jumped in the way I did. I dare say you were starting to get the hang of it there at the end. I thought it would be a simple enough task to follow Leon's lead, but when that savage creature stared me down, I was too flustered to put what I learned into practice. Indeed. It is not the strength of your magic that is the issue. You simply must learn to compose yourself. This is all so true. If you lose your cool, you lose the sequence, you lose everything. You lose all your DPS and everything falls apart. You gotta stay calm and focused. What did you think, Leon? Are there any other words of wisdom you might offer me? Both of these, what the fuck? You need more practice, but more importantly, you gotta believe in yourself, and all will be fine. I was just in your shoes last week, my friend. I know what it's like to try something new and fail horribly at it your first time through. Believe me, I was just there. Thank you. I'm sure you are right. I can't allow my foe to break my concentration like this. Dude, the parallels. Anyhow, let me try once more. This time will go better, I promise you. There it goes. I didn't think we'd witness a second attempt so quickly. I'm guessing this time he's gonna kick its ass, though. Yes, the boy will be fine. I must stay my hand. He's trying to convince himself. I like how all three of us crossed our arms like this. See how he does. I did it! The battle is won! Now that's how you wallop a Wolverine. Well done, lad. I'm proud I could be here for your first victory. You're far too kind. I couldn't have done it without you and Leon here to show me the way. You have my thanks. But don't let up now, boy. You must keep battling until all that you've learned becomes second nature. Now, are you ready? How cute. We're raising a little black mage. Again, I was just there. I know what he's going through. The boy fights with awareness and composure. I do believe he's earned himself a respite, and some more worthy opponents next time around. Whew. That was rather more difficult than I expected. And yet, thanks to you and Sarek, I feel like I can hold my own on the battlefield now. I'd have to agree. The way you made short work of that last critter, I'd say it's time to find you a more worthy foe. Let us return to Mordsuk and plot our next course of action. With this music, how could you not feel inspired? I must say, that training session was most exhilarating. There's nothing quite like the feeling of vanquishing fearsome foes and gaining confidence with every thrilling victory. Aye. You've proven the perfect mentor for the boy, Leon. Hells, I dare say old Sarek here could learn a thing or two from you. You've taught him not only how to wield his spells in battle, but how to maintain his focus in the face of danger. With those fundamentals under his belt, it is just a matter of time and practice until he's ready to face Phronesis. I promise you, my friends, I will not let you down. Now, if you excuse me, I'd best go and write down all I've learned today while it's fresh in my memory. Such passion and determination. This must be the boy he always was, before his time beyond the rift stole from him his memories and his spirit. He devotes himself to his training that he might help us fell Phronesis and bring his friend a measure of salvation. There is no telling what course the battle will take, but I suspect the boy will be forced to confront his past head-on. It will not be easy for him, and yet I believe it is a necessary step for him in order to forge himself a new future. For Tainer's sake, and for the sake of those who call Amarang home, we must triumph in this battle. Not to mention for the sake of our coin purses, eh? At any rate, I will leave you to your training and return to my own. The final confrontation is close at hand, and we must be ready. So, go grind for 2 more levels, come back. A tearful reunion. Well, look who's back, and looking more imposing than ever, I might add. You'll be pleased to know that Tainer's command of his magics has advanced by leaps and bounds since you left. Says he's finally convinced he can hold his own against Phronesis. Truth be told, I worry about the boy. Devoted as he is to his training, I can't help but notice a sad, uneasy look in his eyes from time to time. He insists it's nothing, of course, but I remain unconvinced. As a fellow mage, perhaps you could succeed in reaching out to him where I fail. Should be around here somewhere. Go and find him and see if you can't offer him a few words of support, won't you? Hey, buddy. Oh, hello there, Leon. Is there something I can do for you? Sarek was worried about me, you say. That is kind of him. I assure you I'm completely fine. Okay. I owe so much to the both of you. You brought me back from beyond the rift, took me under your wing, trained me and comforted me, to the point that my memories and my magic have both returned. I am finally ready to face my old friends in battle, and it is all because of you. Shucks, kid, I mean, we were just being empathetic to your plight. And yet, there is a fear growing inside me. A fear that threatens to consume me. In my studies, I have learned much about the Sin Eaters. I learned how those who fall to the most powerful Sin Eaters, like Phronesis, become Sin Eaters themselves, doomed to live out their days as mindless, unholy abominations. If I were to lose my focus in battle, and you or Serig suffered the same fate as Nilbert, or something similar, the only 3 friends I have known in this world, if I lost you all, how could I ever live as myself again? This thought, it shakes me to my very core. If you falter, we will be there for you, and worry not for us, think only of Nilbert. If you falter, we'll be there for you, kid. That's what friends are for. They back you up proactively. You don't even need to ask them for help, they just come to you and offer. It's a beautiful thing, kid. We're here for you. You're right. I mustn't forget that I have 2 strong friends by my side to help me shoulder the burden. Thank you, friend. The task is a daunting one, but I will trust in myself and in the strong and gentle friends who stand by my side. Of course. Nothing would make me happier than to help Nilbert find peace, but that is not the only reason I fight this battle. I must repay you and Serig for all you have given me. Not only did the 2 of you bring me back to this world, you have instilled, like a program? No. You have instilled me with a newfound sense of purpose. And yet, when the battle is done, you will leave this place. True. You will embark on new adventures with new companions. Worry not, I will not hold you back or stand in your way. That is another reason I must fight this battle. I must prove to you, to all 3 of my friends, that I am strong enough to get by on my own. Be strong, Tainer. You can do this. Sorry. Perhaps I got a little carried away there. In any event, we should go tell Serig that I'm ready. Interesting. Referred to himself in the 3rd person. I asked Serig what he intends to do after the battle is over, but he just scowled and told me to focus on the task at hand. Do you think he's feeling sad about us splitting up too? Or, don't tell him I said this, of course. Right. You're finally back, I see. I was starting to get worried. I trust this means you're ready to do battle with Phronesis? I am. Let us put an end to this nightmare and set Nilbert and the people of this land free. That's the spirit. Alright, the plan is to lure Phronesis to us by the same method as last time. We will venture to the central hills of Amber, a safe distance away from the city, and Tainer will summon forth a hollow. It should only be a matter of time before our quarry arrives. I believe our chances are best if we can lure Phronesis to a wide open space where we will have complete freedom to maneuver. The hills of Amber should suffice. If you are ready, let us away at once. Wait a minute. I'd have to go through this tunnel. So, just make it easier and do this. Go to Twine. Ooh, shit. You. Shit. Man. We really gotta do this? Does it look like I want to fight? What the hell do you want to hit an old man for? I'm afraid Leylands will still be in cooldown in the quest battle if I use it now, so I'm not going to. Oh. Prick. Alright. We're out of here. I couldn't be more proud of how much Tainer has grown since we first met him. Why, he's like the son I never... Enough chit-chat, eh? We have a battle to fight. Wow, dude. You got attached to this kid quick. Let me activate this real quick. I don't know if you get restored when you start a quest battle, so I'm just being careful. Okay. Let's do it. I am ready. Let us begin. Start looking around for the fool. Over there! It's him! Yes, I knew you would come. Well, I guess we won't be needing this anymore. Oh shit, it's on now. Give it up now, Bert. My spells are more than a match for your own. These are my friends, and I will not let you take them. Do you hear me now, Bert? Your long nightmare and ours shall end this day. Let's hope this goes well. Past experience tells me I'm gonna die at least once. But not today. Fucking Clint Eastwood face there. 420, baby. We gonna blaze this. Let's do this. Leave the hall to me and concentrate on them. Okay. Show this bastard what we got. So where should we go? Holy shit, run! Oh my god. Alright. I can't go back there anymore. And that made me lose my composure. I think we just told the kid not to do. This is gonna go great. No, no. This one. There we go. Shit! Alright. Might as well use this then. Where's he gonna put him? Over here. Mana ward. Might have activated that too late. Shit. I mean, there's only so far I can move. I'm gonna have to reset this. Shit, Tana's losing his strength. I'm gonna lose my chance if I don't do this now. Damn it. Oh wait. I managed to pull it off, so... Fuck, he's putting them everywhere. Time to heal up. Oh! That didn't work. Wait, yeah, it did. Come on. Get in there, damn it. That was scary. That hollow was too damn close to me, damn it. The dude was a very powerful black mage, let's just say that. Oh my god. Yeah. Does this work here? Yes, it does. Okay, good to know. Although it's not as easy to target them as real party members, because you can go down the party list, but just need to make sure that works. Escape route? Do you see what the hell's going on? This dude is gonna suck us into the void! I was a little too close for comfort. Oh, this is not good at all. I'm too close to these black holes right now. Oh shit! Die, you piece of shit! Oh my god! Holy fuck! That was some scary shit! Oh my god! There were so many goddamn black holes, I was so scared. Oh. Forgive me, Tainer. Far and wide did I travel with my companions, all the while searching for a way, any way at all, to bring you back to this world. And yet in the end, it was all in vain. Though I treasured the adventures I had with Ardbert and the others, my choice that fateful day forever haunted me. What if I had run off with the stone and used its powers to rescue you as I had always intended? What adventures might we have shared? Probably none, because he would have hated you for sacrificing all those people for him. Think about it that way and you'll realize there was only one choice to ever make, and you made it. I sunk into the depths of despair and felt myself a wretch for doing so. But what right do I pity myself when it was I who consigned you to far more cruel and tragic a fate? Whatever pain, whatever loss I knew is nothing compared to what you suffered. What you still suffer. Abandoned by your only friend, cast adrift in a cold, dark void until the end of time. Yes, no doubt you are still out there beyond the rift, cursing my name to this very day. I should have used triple cast at some point. I just thought about it. I never used it. That's not true, Nilebert. I'm right here. And yet, even if you despise me with every fiber of your being, even still I would give anything to see you just one last time. You could curse me, revile me, rain fists and magics down upon me. It would all be worth it just for the chance to say, I am sorry. Did you see that whole fight, Eli? Because I was like sweating hard. That was incredible. So, stop it now, Bert. Please. Stop saying those things. Even after you had your mind, your heart, your very humanity ripped from you, still, for all these years, you kept searching for me. Oh my god. You'd be proud because I did it all in one try. It's the first time I beat one of these bosses on the first try, man. You gotta go back and see that, Eli. It's like the past 5-10 minutes of the recording. You're probably gonna be yelling at me. You're supposed to do this! How could I ever hate my best friend? Don't you see, old friend? It was Leon here who brought me back to this world, but it was you who guided him to me. Dorito chips. You have suffered long enough, my friend. I can take care of myself now. You need worry about me no longer. So please, rest peacefully. Aww. Funny how the caster class was the first one I managed to do without dying. For both duties. I guess I am more suited to be a DPS than a tank or a healer, eh? Call me crazy, but damned if the boy's words didn't actually get through to him. Hold that thought. This piece of shit is interrupting yet again. This might be overkill, but fuck it. Prick. Alright, what were you saying, Sarge? I'm sorry. Main BLM, main white mate. Yeah, it's actually starting to make sense. Call me crazy, but damn if the boy's words didn't actually get through to him. Oh, that is all he says. Great, I thought he was going to follow up with something else. What about you, Tainer? It's over. At last. You don't need to explain it to me. I know that the Nilebert we saw was just a memory, a reflection from the crystal. That my friend truly passed years and years ago. And yet, even if those words will never reach Nilebert, simply saying them aloud gave me a measure of peace. I have no regrets today. But we should be getting back to town before any more Sin Eaters take notice of us, yes? I'll say. After that battle, I could use a rest. And I reckon Leon here could as well. Shall we head back to Mordsuk? Please. 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 What a sage. Main sage? White and black mage. That might be my future, man. Be a sage. We did what we had to do. I have no regrets. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, I'm happy to report that tales of our triumph are already spreading across town like wildfire. Word has it that the merchants are so grateful that they intend to sweeten the bounty with a generous personal reward. My friends, I have no words to express my gratitude. That is a red mage, actually. Yeah, what the fuck? Technically, it's what it's supposed to be. It's a black and white mage put together. Just thought of that. They wish they were black. They wish they were black mages. Thanks to you, Nilebert has found peace, and I can finally close the book on this chapter of my past. Every day I thank the gods for having brought us together. The feeling's mutual, lad. To be honest, I wasn't sure what to expect when you popped out of that hole, but it's been a pleasure having you at our side. Yeah, they don't. So tell me, now that you've made peace with your past, what do you plan to do with your future? You and Leon have trained me well, and I am quite confident that I can hold my own on the battlefield. Perhaps I will travel the land and see if I might use my abilities to help those in need. If I didn't know better, I'd think those were the words of someone twice your age. If that's truly your intention, then I have something of a plan. First, I'll need Leon here's permission. It's just a thought I had, but let's say we give the lion's share of the bounty to Tainer here. I reckon he needs it more than we do, and besides, we couldn't have won the battle without him. Dude's gonna be rolling in it. You owe me one. No, I'm not an asshole. Of course, give the boy some money. He's got nothing. I knew you'd feel the same. It's the least we can do to help the boy forge a path and a future for himself. Yeah. My friends, I could never take advantage of your kindness like that. Think nothing of it. It's not easy for a boy your age to make his way in the world, and this is the least we can do. Think of it as a parting gift from your brother in arms. Your brothers in arms. Thank you, Sarig. Thank you, Leon. As long as I live, I will never forget your generosity. Finally, I have one last proposal for you if you're keen to hear it. There's this bounty hunter I know. He can hold his own with a bow, but he's always thought he could take on bigger marks if he had a skilled mage at his side. If you're looking for a partner, that is. Sarig? You could not possibly mean... Of course I'm saying it. So what'll it be? Yes, yes! 1,000 times yes! Why, nothing would make me happier. Then I suppose that settles it. Welcome aboard, lad. I've got a feeling that this is only the beginning of a rewarding relationship. And on that note, I do believe my new partner and I are off to the Crystarium to find ourselves a new mark. It's not too much to ask, why don't you join us there? I still owe you your share of the bounty, and I reckon it'd be a good place to say our proper farewells. Wow, this one actually has like kind of a wholesome ending. Eli's starting beef with red mages and summoners now. She's like, what? I don't know who they are. Black mage all the way. Damn, this was the longest quest line. It's going on 2 hours and 21 minutes now. One had a fuck ton of dialogue, dude. Plus, we basically did a whole dungeon, too. Yeah. Ah, Leon. Glad you could join us. Tainer and I just arrived a short while ago ourselves. The boy's keen on starting his new life as a bounty hunter, to say the least. He's got no end of questions, that one, but there's only so much I can teach him. The rest he'll have to learn from experience. Yeah, I prefer that anyway, for myself. And so I intend to do what I can to show him the world. And keep him safe. Of course. So don't worry about us. Between my bow and his magics, I reckon we'll be able to hold our own out there. That said, should we ever find ourselves on the trail of a particularly nasty foe, I hope you'd not be averse to lending us your strength once more. Yes, somehow I have a feeling it won't take another 100 years for our paths to cross again. Until then, friend, stay sheltered in the shade. Now, I want to see what Tainer says before I turn that in. The path ahead will not be an easy one, but there's one thing I know. Where I once feared the future, now I welcome it. Dude, he sounds just like me when I finished learning Black Mage and was like, yo, this is kind of cool. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Anyway, I'm going to skip this because I just read it. Like, literally what... Alencia, I don't know if you were here when we were training Tainer, but, like, I had flashbacks. He was getting his ass kicked and we were trying to tell him to stay calm and focused, even though he's having to change his position and keep casting his spells in sequence in the right order. I was like, shit. That's me. Just last week. Yeah, sure, I'll wrap up the stream and join you. I'll go for it. I should use the, where is it? Actually, I have nothing to use them on anyway, so whatever, I'll just do it. Whew. Alright then. Oh. What's up? You said weird. We should call in Triple H? Gotcha. Will do. We haven't had a little group meeting in a while. Yeah. Alright, I'll catch you guys on the Discord then. Let me wrap this up. So that's it for, I guess, the caster magical DPS. Tomorrow, finish the DPS, the physical DPS. No greater sport right there. And then finally get back to actual main scenario quest and wrap it up. So, Alencia, well, you can just listen to our beautiful voices in Discord. It's all good. But yeah, so we'll do physical DPS tomorrow. That's it for this stream for now. Thank you all for watching, for the support as well, following and subscribing on Twitch and YouTube respectively. Appreciate everything. Hope you enjoyed this mess that I call a stream. And have a good night. Thank you for watching.